Hello, welcome back to the New Testament in a Year. We are starting a new book today on day 154, and it's the book of Acts. And the book of Acts does kind of really what it says on the tin. It's a book that is all about the acts of God and the acts of his people who pick up kind of where Jesus showed them. So Jesus came and he taught and he demonstrated the kingdom. And this book we're going to read in the next 28 chapters, all kinds of action. It's a very action-packed book of God's people being established and then sent out, doing and preaching about Jesus, but also doing what he did, signs of the kingdom. And so there's going to be lots going on. And the beginning of our reading today, it kind of picks up where we left off. We've just had 4 accounts of Jesus' life, death and resurrection. And this book now kind of links us to that. So the guy who wrote this book, Book of Acts, also wrote Luke. And so he's kind of saying, this is what I've already told you about. And then it's that transition as it leads us then into what happens next. And some of us are going to be fairly familiar with this book. Some of us never read it before. Either way, I think 2 prayers really for our beginning of our journey into Acts today is as we read all that we're about to read, as with any case in the Bible, it can sometimes we have to remind ourselves this is real, this actually happened. And that the God who is behind all the stories, in these stories that we're going to be reading, he's the same God. He's the same yesterday, today and forever. And so when we're reading it, I think it'd be really great if we could just be asking God to open our eyes, that our eyes wouldn't almost be like glazed over to like, oh yeah, and then they raised this person and then he was healed, then he was whatever, and then, thousands of people became Christians, and then, oh yeah, their number was added to. We need to ask the Lord just to give us like those eyes to actually sort of to see again what God was up to, and also that he would open our hearts again to the possibility, the very real possibility that he still wants to be in action through us today. And so one of the things that we read today is about the power of God. Acts 1 verse 8 says, "You will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you so that you can be my witnesses." And that would be another great prayer that we can be praying throughout all the days that we're in Acts is, Holy Spirit, would you fill me again with your power? Would you give me power that I may also be part of the ongoing building of your kingdom? I don't know about you, but I'm longing to see this stuff be my reality and your reality in my community and in your community. So some things for us to be praying through in Acts, that we would have open eyes, open hearts, hungry hearts, and that we would pray that the power of the Holy Spirit might rest on us and flow through us in the days to come. God bless. See you again tomorrow. Bye.